For this reason, you should never have your room messy. A girl named Beth had a very dirty room. Her mother asked her many times to clean it up, but she hadn't done it for months. Beth told her mother she'd clean it up the next day, so she'd stop bothering her. That night, Beth fell asleep watching television in bed. The next morning, she woke up, opened her eyes, and the first thing she did was cry while she screamed. Her mother, frightened, ran to her room and asked her what was happening, and Beth replied that she couldn't see anything at all. Her mother took her to the emergency room where doctors said a spider had bitten her eyes, leaving her permanently blind. The doctor asked the mother if her daughter had a messy room, and she, confused, answered yes. He explained to her that this type of spider liked to live in messy rooms, and that's why they had bitten her.
For this reason, you shouldn't print at 3 in the morning. Sweet Teresa was a girl who spent all day lying around in her room. Her mother was always telling her to do her schoolwork, but she never listened. She always left everything until the last minute. One night, Sweet Teresa had piled up so much homework that she stayed up very late doing it. When she finished, she was so tired that she started printing her assignments. Without realizing it was 3 in the morning, the printer turned on and started printing diabolical messages. Very scared, she tried to turn it off, but she couldn't. The girl started screaming, but no one heard her. That's how the printer printed so much that Dulce Teresa was trapped between the sheets forever. For this reason, you shouldn't have a Christmas tree. Emilia Cecilia loved Christmas. It's time. Every year, she waited eagerly to decorate her whole house and show off to her neighbors. The big day arrived and she found that her Christmas tree was broken. Very angry, she went out to buy another one. She saw a beautiful giant Christmas tree, but she didn't have enough money to buy it, so she decided to shamelessly steal it. She got home, put it in its place, and it was perfect. That night, she was sleeping when she started to hear some noises. She went down to the living room and didn't see anything. She approached the tree and suddenly a bunch of creatures came out of it and started attacking her. The tree she had stolen had been cut down from a forest infested with bats. Emilia Cecilia tried to save the gifts and escape, but the bats started biting her and she remained next to her Christmas tree, stolen forever. For this reason, you shouldn't eat at Estrella Macarena restaurants. She loved going to her favorite restaurant. She loved the food there. But above all, she went because she was secretly in love with the waiter Juan Carlos, to whom she had never revealed her love because he was married. One day she went to eat and to her surprise, Juan Carlos wasn't there. The owner of the place told her he had taken a vacation. She was very sad. Estrella Macarena decided to order a delicious soup. When they brought it to her, she took the first sip and realized there was something strange. It was a wedding ring. Her dream had come true. Very excited, she started looking everywhere for Juan Carlos, but she didn't see anything. The owners of the restaurant were crazy people who cooked Juan Carlos and accidentally left the ring in the soup. That's how Estrella Macarena was left very sad, waiting for Juan Carlos forever. For this reason, you shouldn't use plastic pens. Janina Joana was a very envious girl. Every time her classmates at school bought pencils and pens that were prettier than hers, she would secretly break them all the time. She asked her mother to buy her nice school supplies, but her mom told her to use the ones she already had first. One day, Janina Joana's classmates came to school with some new trendy pens that had princesses on them that lit up. Very angry, the girl waited for recess and stole them. Very proud of her feat, Janina Joana got home and started playing with one of the beautiful pens. But when she turned it on, the light was so bright it blinded her. She tried to get help, but when she went out, she couldn't see where she was stepping and fell into a manhole where no one heard her. That's how Janina Joana had to walk through the dark sewers of the city, using her beautiful stolen pen as a flashlight forever. For this reason, you shouldn't eat canned food. Jakelin Mariela was very lazy and hated cooking. She spent her time eating junk food and canned food. One day, she saw on the news that someone had sued a canned food company for finding an insect in a can of tuna. Jakelin Mariela had an idea. She decided to put a cockroach in a can and sue the company to make money. Very proud of her feat, she sat down to wait. The doorbell rang and she quickly went to open the door. It was the police who had detected the fraud in the case, and that's how Jakelin Mariela ended up in jail forever. For this reason, you shouldn't open the shower curtain at 3 in the morning. Kimberly Crystal hated studying and loved partying. Every day she spent her time at a different nightclub. Her parents found her school report card and saw that it was full of bad grades. They decided to punish her and she wouldn't be allowed to go out until her grades improved. That night, Kimberly Crystal was in her room and decided to sneak out to an amazing party, feeling very proud of her accomplishment. She came back home. It was 3 in the morning and she snuck in quietly. Suddenly she heard a noise and quickly ran to the bathroom to hide in the bathtub. When she opened the curtain, she saw something horrible. It was her father taking a shower and she saw him naked. That's how Kimberly Crystal was punished and lived with the horrible memory of having seen her father's pee forever. For this reason, you shouldn't eat cheap sushi. Paloma Micaela was a very rude girl. Every day, she would ask her parents for a different meal and would get very angry if they gave her reheated or repeated food. Her father, very tired of the situation, told the girl to go to the supermarket herself and buy whatever she wanted. When she arrived, she saw a strange and appetizing sushi offer that was very cheap. Paloma Micaela took all the packages and ate them on her way home. When she was arriving, she started to feel a bit strange. Some sinister tentacles began to come out of her body. The sushi she had eaten was made of brown rice and radioactive squid. When her parents saw her, they thought she was an abomination and they caught her and sold her to the water park where Paloma Micaela lived, being the main attraction in a fish tank forever. For this reason, you shouldn't use ATMs. Teresa Micaela was obsessed with her ex. She kept checking his social media and followed him everywhere. One day she was walking down the street and found a strange advertisement. A witch who promised to cast the best love spells. She immediately went to the place, asked the witch for what she wanted, but it was too expensive. Very angry, Teresa Micaela went back home, tried to steal money from her mother, but she was caught. Her best friend told her she could sell pictures of her feet online to make quick money. She took the pictures and immediately received her payment. She went to the automated teller machine to withdraw the money, but it wasn't working. She started hitting it until she tore it out and stole it when she tried to open it. To get the bills out, a high-tech trap for thieves was activated and caught her arm. That's how Teresa Micaela didn't get her ex back and had to live with an automated teller machine stuck to her arm forever. For this reason, you shouldn't seal envelopes with your tongue. Julaisi. Antonella had to send a very important letter from her job and she had forgotten to do it, so she printed it as quickly as she could. She put it in an envelope, sealed it with her tongue as she was used to, and gave it to the mailman. What Julaisi Antonella didn't know was that her mailman was in love with her and used her saliva to clone her and marry her clone. A few days later, she saw the photos of the mailman's wedding to her clone on the internet and realized the truth. And that wasn't the worst part. The mailman never delivered the letter, and that's how Julaisi Antonella got fired from her job forever and ever.